And after losing 7 games straight, the New Orleans Saints have finally done the right thing. They have fired Dennis Allen. Finally. Finally. This is a Saints team that just lost to the Carolina Panthers 23-22. And you can make the case that the Carolina Panthers got Dennis Allen fired. That's what a lot of Panther fans are going to say, but this was a long time coming. He shouldn't have been brought back after last season. This entire Saints team is a mess. You have Derek Carr, who is throwing wide receivers straight into coverage. He's legit killing Chris Olave on the field. Chris Olave did not have this many concussions in college, comes over to the NFL. Derek Carr is constantly putting his kid in harm's way over and over again by throwing him into coverage. And Derek Carr has not been a good quarterback this season for the New Orleans Saints. He had the 2 very good games against the Dallas Cowboys and against the Carolina Panthers. He went against the Carolina Panthers in week 1, looked like the MVP. The same against the Dallas Cowboys as well. I'm going to say this about Derek Carr. He's not a bottom of the barrel quarterback in terms of playing like Zach Wilson on a consistent basis, but he's not a true franchise quarterback. So as soon as they move off Derek Carr, the better. Their long-term answer, I don't think they have him right now with this team. It could be Spencer Rattler. I'm not saying that he is. I'm not saying that he's not either. But that kid is not ready to start on a weekly basis just yet for the New Orleans Saints. But when I look at this Saints team, yes, they're rattled by injuries right now. They don't have a healthy offensive line. Eric McCoy is still out. You have Lucas Patrick at the center position. No Ryan Ramczyk for the entire season. But you do have good pieces and you do have good talent with this team, personally, in my opinion. I like Bub Memes a lot. He's not a true number 1. He's not a true number 2 just yet. But he is a guy that is a rookie. And he was a number 1 target for a couple of games while Chris Olave was out. They don't have Rashid Shaheed for the rest of the season. We already know this. He's missed the last couple of weeks dealing with a knee injury. And he had knee surgery. He should be able to come back next season. And the same with Chris Olave as well. Chris Olave should be able to return back this season. But he shouldn't be able to play with Derek Carr. They need to find a way to move off of Derek Carr, try to get some draft picks or something for him. The problem is this. I don't see a team going out there and trying to make a trade to get Derek Carr because of the money that he's making right now. They should fire Mickey Loomis after this season as well, because you're going out there and you're giving guys like Cameron Jordan, Derek Carr a lot of money and the production is not there. And I understand Cameron Jordan at this stage of his career. You look at a guy and say he's just a situational type of pass rusher. Man can't even touch the quarterback. He can't stop the run either. Cameron Jordan is a shell of what he used to be. You have Chase Young as well. They should move off of Chase Young as soon as possible. They should have left him there in Carolina. The Carolina Panthers tried to give him the contract, but he wanted to come over to the New Orleans Saints to quote unquote make a playoff push. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen this year for the New Orleans Saints. You still have Tyrann Mathieu. You have Demario Davis. I think that you're going to fire sale. You go out there and you try to get rid of these veterans and you just try to get you some late round draft picks. Or just try to get you some mid-round draft picks as well, because they still have talent with this team. You have Marshawn Lattimore. Paulson Adebo is going to miss the entire season. He's dealing with a leg injury that he suffered against the Denver Broncos. And before he got injured, he was giving up a lot of big plays due to penalties. So I don't know what that means for him in the state of his career, but you have a guy like Kool-Aid McKinstry. Marshawn Lattimore can't stay healthy. That's been the constant theme over the last couple of years. They should have moved off of him a couple of years ago. Very good cornerback when he's on the field. He's a true number 1 corner. Problem is, he can't stay healthy. You have Carl Granderson. You have Brian Bresee. Both of those guys should be untouchable for the New Orleans Saints. That quarterback position is still a huge mystery, in my opinion. This is a Saints team. They have a lot of talent. But the talent that they have, a lot of these guys are older, like Tyrann Mathieu and like Demario Davis. But back to Dennis Allen. This man should have never been the head coach to begin with. He was a defensive coordinator for many years with Sean Payton. He caused a lot of havoc in this division with his defensive concepts. He's going to find a way to go out there and land on his feet as a position coach on the defensive side of the ball or a defensive coordinator. But as a head coach, he was terrible with the Las Vegas Raiders. And he was horrible with the New Orleans Saints, 18-25 with the New Orleans Saints. And it's not like this man had a terrible quarterback every single season. He had Jameis Winston. I would give him that. But you slide in Andy Dalton when Jameis Winston was dealing with those injuries. And Andy Dalton is not a true franchise quarterback. I understand that. But you can win games with Andy Dalton, in my opinion, especially with the talent that the Saints have had over the last couple of years. And then they go out there and they bring in his guy, Derek Carr. For the ones that don't know, when he was the coach of the Raiders, he had Derek Carr as his quarterback. And it didn't work out over there either. And we saw the same thing over here. This is like the Raiders 2.0 with just better defensive talent. That's it. And this is a team right now that's 28th in rushing defense. The injuries have played a huge part of this, yes. But Dennis Allen has been a major disappointment since season number 1 when Sean Payton walked away. The Saints should have went to rebuild mode then, but they didn't. They were kicking the can down the road. Hopefully this is a shot that they need to go out there and tear this entire thing down. They desperately need a rebuild. And Mickey Loomis is past his expiration date as well. He's constantly going out there and giving veterans big time deals. He's trying to retool this team. And that can work. But the problem with retooling your team over and over again, you get stuck on a hamster wheel. So eventually you have a lot of veterans that's making a lot of money. And you can't bring in younger talent and elevate those guys up to the next level. You're going to be stuck in this situation. To lose 7 games in a row, even with injuries, it's ridiculous in the NFL with the talent that they have and with the guys they have on the defensive side of the ball. And Dennis Allen was viewed as the defensive head coach, and it just didn't work out. And unfortunately for Saint fans, all they can say is that they peaked during week 2 against the Dallas Cowboys on the road. It was a fun run for 2 weeks. That was it. But let me know in the comment section below, how do you guys feel about the New Orleans Saints firing Dennis Allen? And I will also say this as well. This was a long time coming, and I'm happy to see him go. I want to see the New Orleans Saints succeed in this division. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one of you guys stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. God bless. Peace.